stories coming from people, but it's like I vet the people on trips. I choose caves that are appropriate for the skill sets of those people. You watch the levels of exhaustion in food, water, make sure people have the energy and are hydrated. You do gear inspections. You watch people's movement on rope. You, like, these are all preventing a rescue, preventing an injury, like, goes so much farther than dealing with it afterwards. But learning what goes into a rescue, learning all these skills is what leads you to see all of this stuff. Like, NCRC saw, as they increased their training in OCRs within different regions, statistically, obviously there's no guarantee that this is, correlation does not guarantee causation, but statistically the number of rescues were decreasing, the number of injuries decreased as more and more people within America got trained within, cave rescue. And it wasn't that people were better at rescuing. The general take on this was that people were just more aware of what goes wrong and worked harder to prevent it, especially after they saw just how shitty rescues are. So yeah.
How far in advance do you announce, I guess,
stuff?
Yeah, and then you said that it fills up pretty quick. So
yeah. So
what's that time?
No, I totally get it. So, like, the course in Hungary we announced like 6 months in advance. The course in New York I think was announced like 4 months in advance. The Turkish course, once we figure out what we're going to be doing there precisely, is probably going to be, that's going to be September. So what are we at now? We're in May, June, July, August, September. So that would probably get like 3 month worth notice. But the problem that I saw was the Hungary course, once we announced it, filled up in under 3 days. It filled up in like 2.5 days. The New York course filled up within like 12 hours of the announcement. And this is just like, honestly, like, my reactions, I don't quite know what to do, because it's like, yeah, if you get on the mailing list and you're on the Facebook page, cool, but like, you might be caving, or you might be working, or you might be doing stuff. Like, you're not going to be sitting there just watching your email for this stuff to come out. So the one thought I had is go to a lottery system where for like an X month period we announce it, everyone can sign up for the lottery, and then we pick the lucky, we're traditionally, our courses are 16 people, and then we pick 16 people out of that, to 100% randomized. But then it's unfair if people wanted to go together. I don't know. I don't have a solution for that, but months in advance, because we know that buying flights to Europe or to farther distant locales is needs more warning than bumping, taking a drive to New York, and then people have to take vacation time and coordinate everything. So that's the area. If we zoom out in Turkey is friggin' huge. So if people are familiar with Istanbul, which is probably my favorite international city, maybe second to Budapest, it is like a day's drive from Istanbul. So not that it matters, but like you fly into Istanbul and then get a connecting flight over to Anamur, and then from Anamur it's driving. Our goal for the expedition is to provide transportation from when people arrive in Anamur, but it might be after they take the bus and arrive in, how do I feel like Anatolia? I'm forgetting the name of the smaller city that lines up with where we drive up. Yeah, man, you're good. Are you Turkish?
I used to live in Turkey. That's why I was curious.
That does definitely ring a bell. Yeah, I don't see it, but I think you are correct. I really do.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that is Turkey. The cave name is Morja. There have been expeditions running there for a while. This is a known expedition. The opportunity that we have here is Caving Academy has full authority to run that expedition, which is very cool. So that's the basis of the expedition management course that we are actively contemplating is that not only would we teach people about like running an expedition, but during the preparational phase, if people are like, this is what we want to do for power source. We want to purchase generators, bring gasoline, which by the way, they have previously stopped doing and they moved to solar because this is Turkey up in an area that has like sunlight blasting down on you indefinitely. But if they're like, we want generators, cool. We're gonna buy generators and we'll run generators. If they're like solar power, that's awesome, we like it, but we want a backup. So we have, let's say, dual solar systems, like whatever, for every single aspect of the expedition, whatever we as a course decide will be the foundation of the expedition itself, which is really awesome. We have access to Bolt, anything and everything that's up there. We can read Bolt Morsha, which actually needs it. There's a decent amount of supplies up there already, but obviously the expedition would have to provide a lot more. But yeah, we have really, really great access in Turkey. It's very cool. But we actually have that in a lot of places. It's international expeditions are just fun for everyone. And that's a big part of what, as I said earlier, I want to do is like get people. There's definitely a perception of Americans within certain European circles of the average skill set of American cavers. And I think that America has gone to great lengths to become more skilled overall. But we have to discipline the Europeans of, we can hold our own. Like we can get out there and we can go caving. We can get into these deep caves and not hold anything back. So this is kind of an opportunity, along with a number of different international expeditions that I want to start hopefully getting opened up for people, where rather than just private invites to the people that are known, it's kind of like, yeah, we can actually publicize it within American cavers, and we might have to vet people and we might have to discuss their skills and what they want to do at the expedition and set reasonable expectations, based on their own background, but create a positive environment that people can travel to Europe and other international destinations and enjoy the expedition. So,
and in the past, if the person was there who was being cheered, they would pretend that there were bats getting in their hair, because it was very common knowledge amongst the populace that bats would always fly in your hair. So somebody would go like this, but we don't need to do that right now. So let's just maybe move the camera around and do a bat cheer.
What are we doing?
Bad share. I love it.
Oh boy.
Very nice. So thanks a lot to everybody that helped out, and I think that's our thank you presentation.